at Dx3, Canada's largest conference for all things digital, with Peter from Bitlit. Thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
Describe what Bitlit is.
So Bitlit is a free app that you can download for iPhone or for your Android device. And what it allows you to do is get a free or a highly discounted ebook copy of a physical book that you own. So if you have hundreds of books at home, you download the app and you take a shelfie, and we identify all the books in there, and then we've gone out and made deals with over 300 publishers to get you the ebooks for free if you own that physical copy.
Is there anything else you have to do in terms of verifying that you bought the book?
We do. So in order to make sure that that book doesn't go back to a bookstore, we don't want those ones going back to chapters, and we want to make sure that a book can only be used once to get an ebook copy. So what we ask you to do is, if a book is eligible on your shelf, you'd pull it off and you'd sign your name on the copyright page and then snap a photo there. So it's just kind of making sure that that book really is yours. So we don't want you doing it on library books, and we don't want you doing it on books that you're planning on returning to chapters.
How did you come up with this idea?
The idea was actually the genesis of an argument. So my co-founder and I were at Boston Pizza in Vancouver having an argument, and Dan has got an eidetic memory, and he said, look, there's a book at home on my shelf, page 750, left-hand page, second paragraph, makes my point perfectly. I wish I had the PDF on my phone. And I'm like, that's a thing. You should be able to do that. We did it with CDs. So you could iTunes, rip your CDs, and you got them on your iPod. We can't do it with books. And that was the genesis for the idea.
That's amazing. So how do you get that inventory of all of those books?
By cold calling a lot of publishers. The first thing I did when we kind of started the company up is I started picking up the phone. Even though I am an engineer, my co-founder is even more brilliant than I am. So I picked up the phone and made cold calls, and it was 20 days before I got a publisher who said that wasn't crazy and signed up.
So what's the advantage for the publishers, just in terms of making their customers more satisfied?
There's that. So one of the things that publishers want to do is increase the perceived value of a print book, because book discovery happens inside bookstores. And as book purchasing has moved online, discovery goes down. So their backlist and their midlist don't get bought as much anymore. So if they can get people back in bookstores, because by buying the physical book, you get the ebook for free, then it's a good reason to go out there and go back to the bookstore and buy a print book.
What's been the feedback from customers?
So far, we've been growing organically at about 68% every month, so that's been wonderful. And we've spent almost nothing on marketing, and people find out about it. They're like, this is a great idea. This is something I'd always wished for. And it's kind of fun to see those threads appear on Reddit and sort of watch them happen. So, why can't you get this? And they're like, oh yeah, there's a thing like this. It's called Bitlit. You got to go and download it. And people are saying, this is incredible. I love it.